Hi, my name is Coach Dexter. I have just had an interesting conversation with Mr. Pius Mushiri about my journey in life and how I got my finances right through Nabu Capital. I hope you enjoy this conversation and I hope you take action. Thank you so much.
The greatest battle of your life is the war against your time. And that's why I'm reminded of Ephesians 5:15-16 that says, see that you walk circumspectly, not as a fool, but as wise. And it has this very important sense, it says, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. And everything that I am and everything that Nabo is about one thing and one thing only. How can we get as many people as possible to do the things they love every single day of the year? And while they do those things, that they actually make money. Because this is the one thing that is stealing our time. Our chasing for money, our chasing for jobs so that we may pay our bills. And we spend all our time doing that, and we don't have enough time for our children. We don't have enough. We can not even go to see our kids graduate or meet important milestones in their lives. So this is what this is all about. And today I'm really, really privileged to bring to you an amazing example of somebody who is living his dream, living his life, making money while he's living his dream. And he is still not yet there. We are still on that journey, but he is already living his dream. And that is Coach Dexter Otieno.
Thank you so much.
Karibu, Coach Dexter.
Asante.
Fantastic. So
Yes.
Coach Dexter, welcome to this amazing platform. We have been looking forward to hearing your amazing story, to journeying with you in how you have come to do the things that you love every single day of the year, even as you work out the other things as a coach. What is your earliest memory of money? Where?
Back. Okay. My earliest. Okay, I have to be honest. I've not been around money.
Yeah.
I have not seen money.
Yeah.
My background is not a background that we were exposed to money.
Okay. Even like being sent to the shop with money, or there are those saving boxes you used to have, and you're told put coins there, and one day you'll find a fortune there. You didn't have all that. The piggy bank.
I mean, maybe some little examples.
To go to the
like
roots,
that.
What was your first interaction with money? Do you remember?
My first interaction with money, I would say, of course, there's some little things, because I feel like my life has been a life of trying to fend for myself since I was a young one. And what I used to do is I used to do some small businesses. When you live on the other side of Uhuru Highway, they will tell you that you try
the good side where you get character development. I came from that side.
So you will do some small odd jobs here and there, get a few coins here and there, and try to generate something extra out of that coin. Simply go buy. Okay, so this is a very interesting story. So this is what I used to do. You see this Tugari that boys used to ride. This one's made of wires.
Yes.
So I used to have one friend of mine who was really good at making those cars. So what I used to do is that I used to pay something a little, like 20 shillings, and he would make one car, and then I would go sell it. I go sell it to to some other boys.
At what age was you were already thinking like a businessman?
Yeah, this was me at maybe 13. 12.
Okay.
13, 12.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'd ask him to make some of these cars because I already found a market from other boys who wanted to drive.
Yeah.
So because I know the guy who makes them,
so
I go ask him, make me some 3 at maybe 40 shillings, and then I have 20 shillings.
What did you used to call them in the streets those days?
Can I remember? I just knew that.
I remember them.
You remember?
Yes. Is it the one that you have a wire that then you can? Yes. You can just keep. Okay.
Yeah, we are proud. We used to own cars, so magari. Yes. Yeah, we just used to call them magari. So that was maybe my first interaction with money and just exchanging money with something and trying to make more, trying to make more from it. So what I was trying to say is that what I haven't been exposed to maybe is now where you go into a household where money is not an issue. It's not really an amazing thing to say 1,000 shillings. So my household was not a household like that. Money was not something that you could see like frequently.
Yeah. Yes. Let's go back to your growing up.
Yes.
Where did you grow up?
I am told I was born in Madaraka. What happens next from Madaraka? I have an interesting story, and maybe it's an exclusive here. My father and mother did not agree to work together.
Okay.
So somehow I ended up in a children's home.
Wow.
Yes, I ended up in a children's home.
Wow.
I was actually telling my girlfriend this story.
Wow.
So,
so how early did you end up in a children's home?
Wow. I think my sister and my brother could be the ones to. So I hear from them a lot.
Yeah,
they tell me this.
They're your sources of information.
This, you got this card. There's stories of my childhood are being told by my
your
sister,
brothers and sister.
And my sister. So I think we found ourselves in a children's home, me and my two sisters.
Do you remember which children's home it was?
It should be yes, a famous one. Anyway, I'll remember it in the set. I'll remember it and I will tell you. It's a famous one.
You remember the area where it?
It's something that I don't talk so much about, but I feel like this is something that has shaped my life. Ever since. And so wow, that's tough. That's a tough one. So that's basically what my early childhood would be, and then I found myself back in the up country. So
where in
Siaya?
Siaya.
Siaya is where I come from.
Now in Siaya you've left the children's home.
Yeah, so I've left the children's home and then
so you were in children's home for how long?
I'm told maybe roughly 1.5 years. Or
1.5 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I think
so it was a very short stint in a children's home.
I think my mother was trying to battle to try and get us out of
the children's home.
So that she could take care of us, because when my mother and father sort of separated, mom had to go alone. But now she went alone and she wanted her children.
And I want to imagine the reason why you ended up in a children's home is because maybe she couldn't afford to keep up the family.
Yeah, that's for sure, because when there's a dispute between two people, then if you're well off, for sure,
you can go and take care of your kids.
Because
she still wanted you out of the children's home.
Yes, of course.
So that means it was not an issue of love, it was an issue of provision.
Yes, for sure. For sure. And she had to try and battle because of course, mom and dad push and pull.
So we can safely say that was like your first interaction with money. Availability or lack of it. It was more of the lack of it.
Yeah, for sure.
You see and that's why we like starting from here.
Yes.
Because as you have said, it has shaped who you are today. It has shaped who you are today.
I just remembered Kabete.
Kabete. You're in a children's home in Kabete.
Yes.
Yeah. And we give a shout out to that home in
sure.
Kabete. For 1.5 years, they took care of you, and here you are, a great man. Yeah. Okay, so 1.5 years in the children's home.
Yes.
You ended up then in Siaya.
I ended up in Siaya.
Okay.
I think I stayed there for almost 2 years.
Siaya, who is there? Your mom?
Your grandmother.
Your grandmother?
My grandmother is there.
Your father? Your grandfather was there?
My grandfather, no.
Yeah.
He had already gone to be with the Lord.
Yeah.
So, because again, mom was not able to
fend for
us.
Yeah.
So we had to go back to Siaya so that she could at least get a footing.
Yeah.
Things together
financially,
and then of course financially. And then one after the other we followed each other back to Nairobi. Once.
So you were in Siaya. You were schooling in Siaya.
No, I was a little boy.
You're young. You're still young.
Yeah, but my brother was schooling there.
Yeah.
My sister had to go back there for a short period to start school there. And then after a while, now I was the first one that mom took, exported from
Siaya to Nairobi. To Nairobi.
At that time,
you were the last born then.
I was the last one. Yeah. At that time, she was living with a friend of hers, and they sort of had an arrangement where I could come. So I came back, and she was working in a school.
In a school.
So, she was working in a school as a cook.
Yeah.
And so she had negotiated again with the school. Now said that now I could get an education.
So you joined that school?
Yes, I joined that school.
Which school was it?
It was a private school in civil servant, somewhere around Karabang South.
Yeah.
It's called Ebenezer Junior Academy.
Ebenezer. This far the Lord has brought us.
Yes.
It was quite appropriate for you.
Yeah, it was a good school actually.
Yeah.
It was a good school.
Yeah. So you joined from nursery or from?
I think that was me in nursery.
Nursery.
Yeah. Of course, I had not joined any sort of learning institution or whatever
before. So this was
my first interaction with a classroom
school.
Setup.
So the school was you were not paying school fees because she was working there.
And her salary maybe now used to pay my school fees. So I got into school, did my interview. There were 2 streams, red, blue. Those times the red stream was top students, and then the blue stream was average. Because I wasn't good in English, I couldn't write, I wasn't like I landed at blue.
You hadn't been exposed.
Yeah, I landed at blue.
Yeah.
And mom, I think mom vowed that I would go to red. So every single day I had tuition.
Yeah.
Every day I slept at 12.
Wow.
She was tuitioning.
She's the one who was teaching you?
Yes.
Wow.
Every single day. I can vividly remember.
Sorry, what's your mom's name? It's good to...
Rosemary Achien.
Rosemary Achien. So
is my mother's name.
We honor Rosemary Achien.
Yes. And I think in the next year, red. I did my exams.
So you were 1 year in the blue?
Yeah, in the blue, and then now when we went to the next class, the next year, I was elevated to the red.
To red, Now you belong to the top.
Yeah, I was in the top guys.
Top guys.
Yeah, sure. So I honestly, I thank my mother a lot for that opportunity to just say that despite the challenges that my son has gone through, he is going to belong with the top.
With the top,
She used to tell me every single day, try to read something along the road, try to exercise, read, and that has stuck with me until today. When I'm traveling, I'll read NCBA Bank. I'll read things. I just read to myself, and that has really helped me throughout my life. I owe it to her.
So that's very interesting. So your mom had this image of you as a young man who was already prospering, and that gave you an identity.
Yes, for sure.
Self-assurance, self-confidence.
She told me that I'm going to be great, and I think that those things are important for parents to just say those things.
Affirm their children.
Always. And until today, I tell people that I've not done yet,
I
will be great. The greatness
is still work in progress.
It's work in progress. Greatness is there because it was promised, it was visualized, it was already seen.
Yeah.
So I'm working on that.
Yeah, yes. Yeah. And so you were in Ebenezer.
Yes.
You stayed there until standard 8?
That was until at least the end of standard 5, and then the free primary school education came along.
Okay.
Now it was now time for me to leave.
Okay.
And I
because of the free primary education.
Public school now would work because again my mom had already left.
Oh, she left the school.
My mom already left the school. So
and that was a private school.
It was a private school.
Yes.
Now the hassle of trying to
pay for the school fees
to still put me there.
So did you struggle with school fees when she left?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
That for sure was a real struggle, and then now the free primary education comes in, the system comes in, and it's so obvious that the parent would now say, okay, fine, now we can no longer pay school fees here. The government is offering free education, so you just have to transfer.
So you transferred to another school?
From Ebenezer now to it's called Dandora Primary School.
Dandora Primary School. Now you're in
Greeny.
Greeny.
It's called Greeny. If you say Greeny somewhere in Dandora,
I am sure enough people will see this and they will give a shout to you. Yes.
Nice school.
Nice school. So Dandora Primary School.
Yes.
Or Greeny.
Yeah. Now class 6.
In class 6.
Now class 6. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So now if that's free primary education.
That's free primary education for me.
And I imagine it is in Dandora?
Yeah, it is Dandora.
Phase 1?
Yeah.
Were you also staying in Dandora?
I was staying in, it's an adjacent neighborhood called Baraka Molem. It's a few meters away. Yeah, it's very close.
Close by.
It's an informal settlement.
Okay. So how was that journey? When your mom left and school fees was a problem.
Yes.
Now you're in Dandora Primary School or Greeny.
Yes.
How was that? Do you remember any challenges with finances?
I haven't even mentioned that when my mother left.
Yeah.
And because the arrangement was based on her salary, I had to stay out of school for a whole year.
What do you mean?
I had to. Because
After
the arrangement was based on salary.
Yes.
Yeah, so I had to stay out of school for a full year.
Yeah.
I remember both me and my sister at that point, we couldn't.
Yeah, you couldn't afford school fees.
So during that time, I remember me and my sister crafted a plan. There was a private school around home. We went and spoke with the owner of the school.
You guys?
Yeah.
Not even your mother?
Not even mom. We feel like we're bright students. We feel like we're bright students. Yeah. Can we just come in and try to show
what you're capable of?
Do? Just after a long spell at home, and we realized that this is not working. We're probably not going back to school because you can basically see the struggles at home, so you know.
And by the way, your mom, she left the school and went where?
She left the school and she had to come. She used to knit. You see, she decided to just do it now, to do that, to try out.
She became an entrepreneur.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Try and see if that could help. Of course, that was not possible. With two kids, it's not possible because my brother has already left, fending for himself. Far away. So it was just me and my sister, and that is not enough. That's a hand to mouth kind of project. And so now even getting school fees was not a priority.
It was not.
Getting meals on the table is a priority at that particular moment. And you can't blame her because that's for sure. Like you have to eat because you can't go to school hungry. You have to eat. So
I resonate with that.
Yeah, so we had to try out something, me and my sister. I think we went to that school for like a month, and then of course it's a private school. They start asking, okay guys, you're bright. We understand.
But we need the money.
Bring something. And then now again we had to drop out of school.
Yeah, after 1
year. We had to drop out of school. I think after a month, only a month.
Yeah.
We had to drop out of school, stay home again. And then there's my mother's friend who had a private school, who knew the owner of the Ebenezer. She had to go and plead on my behalf, not even on my sister's behalf, because I had started at Ebenezer.
Yeah.
So she had to go and plead on my behalf.
Yeah, at Ebenezer.
At Ebenezer.
Yeah.
And the head teacher agreed to a sponsorship.
Yeah. So this was before you joined Dandora?
This was before I joined Dandora.
Before you joined
So I went back to Ebenezer.
You went back to Ebenezer?
I went back to Ebenezer.
Yeah.
So as a sponsored student.
Yeah.
And then now, of course, you're a sponsored student, but private school, there's some other stuff that needs to be taken care of.
Yeah.
There's still some financial obligations.
Yeah.
You see. So when now the free primary school education comes into place, my mother was like, I feel like
it was divine intervention.
Yeah, sure.
For you.
So mom feels like this is it. Just go there so that with a public school, there's no money being asked. And so for 2 years, Dandora, things were okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now you're in Dandora for 2 years.
Yeah, for 2 years. Yeah.
For 2 years.
6 and 8. 6, 7, 8. Oh, sorry. 6, 7, 8.
So 3 years.
Full of 6. Yeah. 7, and then I'm doing my KCP. Yeah.
And so at home, okay, now school fees is out of the way.
Yes.
How is the situation at home financially?
Of course.
Struggles continues.
They continue.
Your mom. What was your mom doing?
Still the same.
Still the crocheting.
A crocheting thing, and I feel a little bit of jobs here and there.
Yeah.
Hot jobs here and there, just to keep you afloat. She was.
Her priority was to put food on the table.
And she was really determined to do that.
Yeah.
As a single mother.
Sorry to digress. Did your father ever show up at any point?
Wow.
In this period?
No. Again. It's amazing. I am sure my dad is alive, but we've never met.
Oh.
All my life.
What?
We are yet to meet. Let me say that.
You've never.
I'm not saying we will never meet. I'm just saying we are yet to meet. But there was no interaction.
No interaction.
Yeah. There has never been.
There has never been an interaction. So he moved on completely. Sure. Okay. So Dandora. So here priority is to put food on the table.
Yes.
And is she actually putting food on the table, or how are you guys paying rent?
All this now.
How are you doing all these other things? Did you notice struggles?
You see struggle. You see it like this.
Yeah.
You see it. This is mom is struggling.
Yeah.
You can see.
Yeah.
And whenever you can help out your sister, you try and help out. You try and do some things. Like I said, because this is something that is in you. You guys try and do some things on the side here and there. And then
you're in school. Mom. You're in school, but you need to contribute something.
Yeah, sure. You surprise mom, or something has been taken care of.
Yeah.
She was really grateful.
Yeah. So what are some of the things you did to supplement her income?
There's
a wire.
Forgetting about the wire thing first. There are games that you play. Back there, used to call them weird names. I know I'm going to mention them here. There's this game where you knock a coin against the wall.
Against the wall,
And then if it falls closer to your opponent's coin, and it is this close, then you win. Then you take the coin.
You take the opponent's coin.
Opponent's coin. And then you hit it against the wall. It goes as far as possible. Then he tries to hit the coin against the wall to come closer to yours. If it happens to land closer, takes. So we played all these.
What was the name of that game?
It's called Kaukuts.
Kaukuts. Kaukuts.
So when you live in those certain settlements, you learn these things. You learn these things.
Yeah.
And on a good day, you come home with 100 shillings, 50 shillings.
Yeah.
And life.
So you're playing Kaukuta.
I'm playing Kaukuta. There's
but
another one called
for others it's a game. For you it's a survival.
It's a survival.
I need to bring 100 bob home.
There's another one where there's a small hole there.
Yeah.
And then there's a mark here.
Yeah.
And you try to aim.
Yes. With
it
a
goes
coin.
Inside the hole.
Yes.
And there's
there
some other 3 coins.
Yeah. You pick everything.
You pick. You pick, and those games.
What was the name of that one?
That is Kashimo.
Kashimo.
Yeah, it's a hole, so it's Kashimo. So you play these games on a survival mode.
Yes.
Because you know for sure yours is not a game.
Yours is not a game.
Yeah.
This is serious.
You know that if you get something out of these games,
Yeah.
you could be able to assist at home.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're doing this, and your sister?
Yeah, my sister used to. Okay, interestingly, my sister is the first person the person who introduced me to football. Because at school she used to go to go and play football. So sometimes they go to these games, and then there's something different that she brings home. There's someone who's given out transport, and it's divided amongst other peers, and it's 100 shillings, 150. Sometimes she brings back home.
She will come. Yeah.
It's beautiful.
So everybody is hustling
Everybody's bringing
to contribute something and supplement what mom is doing.
Yes.
So, I mean, what did that do to your bond, the three of you, your mom,
yes, of course,
you and your
guys are
sister?
fighting for survival, so you have to be friends. You have to be the best of friends. Me and my sister, close.
Yeah.
Together with
even
mom,
today?
Close. A bit that's a story for another day. Yeah, but we really were in one single room.
Yeah.
And when you live in one single room, the advantage is that you see each other all the time. You have to speak to each other. You cannot be silent in a single room.
You were living in a single room. Yeah.
There's no other one.
Yeah.
In that situation.
So the bedroom is curtain divided. Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Yes.
Sure. And you have to see each other, you have to speak to each other, you have to pray together.
Utake usitake?
You have to.
Yeah.
So
you're in each other's spaces.
Family bond.
It brings the family together.
Yes.
Yeah.
I urge people, if it's possible, you guys can try make up a situation like that where you have a single room. Of course, not for purposes of what we went through.
Yes.
But it was a nice bond.
Yeah. Wow. So what about, so you finished high school in Dandora?
That was now primary school.
Primary school? Primary school, yes.
That was 2005.
Yes.
Sadly, Mom passed when I was in study 7.
Are you serious?
I was preparing to go to study 8.
I mean, this...
Yes.
She goes... You guys were trying to get it together, and now she's gone. The main breadwinner.
Yeah. So, she goes, and now when I'm going to class 8.
Wow.
So, I'm supposed to live with my uncle.
Yeah.
Yes. Same neighborhood.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. Same neighborhood, so I don't need to go somewhere else. So
yeah.
Go to school. Yeah. And I'm blessed to have a support system. My uncle is there. My teachers were there. So the passing of my mother was not something that I wanted to put public. So I remember even going to the burial, nobody knew. I took some time off. So and I went to the burial. And I came back. And nobody knew I went to
bury your own mother.
Yes. Nobody
knew.
In
Siaya?
I'm very sure that there's some friends of hers up to now know that mom is alive in Siaya.
You're serious?
It was never publicized.
It was never. It was done quietly.
And so I come back to school. I'm supposed to do the end of the year exam. So I missed like 2 papers. When I come back, I tell my teacher there was something happening and there I couldn't come to school. But so you can give me my papers.
You were not even able to tell the school that your mom had passed on?
No.
What? Tell me, what were you thinking?
The thing is, I feel like it was a good idea back then. I look back and say that is the point of strength for me. That maybe I wasn't, I don't know, but I didn't feel like I would tell people and then now I've told people, so what happens? So what happens?
Yeah.
And I think it was a good idea, honestly. It was a really good idea because it did not mess. When people around you keep telling you, we are sorry, I don't know what, it just takes you away from what you're trying to do. At that moment, I'm trying to finish school. Come on. It's an achievement. For someone coming from a situation like that to even do it. It's an achievement. I want to do this.
Just to get to standard 8 is an achievement.
I want to do this. I want to do this. And I was just one step to class 8. Now I want to go to class 8. This is the final exam that I'm supposed to be doing. I'm not letting anything come in between me and that. So it has happened. It has happened.
Yeah.
I felt like it was best not known or not publicized.
Yeah.
To people.
So that people can also treat you the way they were treating you before.
Yeah, and it was nice because there was no change.
Yes.
There was no change.
I understand that.
I think I confided in one of my English teachers.
Yes.
I love my English teachers. So I confided in one of my English teachers later. Later on. After I'd done the exam and then
So when your mom passed on, it's just you and your sister.
Yeah, it's me.
So who was helping with all the funeral arrangements and everything?
My uncle back at home. There's one
Okay.
uncle who was back at home. He really assisted.
Yeah.
With some of his friends
Yeah.
here and there. I think it took us like maybe 3 weeks or so to get everything in order. At that time, my mom had already, because when she got sick, she had to go back
to see her.
See what happens every single time when somebody gets sick in Nairobi, you know.
So she
have to organize and then.
Yeah. So she could see it coming, kinda. Yeah.
It's unfortunate that I have to say this, but when you're in those situations, when you're born in those situations, I think you just know. You know when this cannot be reversed. You know when it's time. And the first thing that comes to you is like, I want to lessen the burden of people.
The financial burden.
Yeah, I want to go back home, get treatment closer
to home, just in case anything happens.
Yeah. So I think that I was against it anyway. I was against it.
So when she was in Siaya getting treatment, you were here in school
with my uncle now.
And then
uncle, and then she had gone with my sister now.
Take care of her.
So me, I was left.
Was she sick for a long time, or it was just a very short?
It was a while.
It was a while.
2 years.
2 years.
Yeah, but 2 years of still. She's sick, but
she's working. She's doing her best. Yes. Yeah. Wow. Hey.
Yeah.
It's
quite a journey. So yeah.
So many twists and turns.
Yeah. And these things are good. These things are good for
it's
people.
True. It's true.
I feel like they're important.
They make you strong.
They're important.
Make you strong.
So after that, sis comes back home, says, "Mom is gone, and now we have to. We have to do things quick.
Yeah.
Go back."
So, did you continue living in the same house, or you had to go now to your uncle's house for you to finish school?
Yeah, when Mom now went back.
Yeah.
To Shago. So of course you need to fold up everything because now who's going to pay the house? So that's how I found myself at my uncle's place, and then my sister went with Mom. So we folded our house.
I see. So by the time she was passing on, you were living with your uncle. You were already living with your uncle. What's the name of your uncle?
It's called Churchill.
Churchill Odor.
Yes.
He's still alive?
Still alive.
So you give him a shout, eh?
Good friend of mine.
Yeah.
This is actually essentially my father.
He's literally your father. Literally your father.
Yes.
And this is your mother's brother.
Yeah.
Your mother's Churchill. Yeah, we thank God for Churchill.
Yes.
So now you're in Churchill's house.
Yes.
Are you done with standard 8?
I'm supposed to. I'm done with 38 now. I do my exams. I do fairly well, and then God has been gracious. Once I complete my examination, there's this family. I'm friends with this young man.
Yeah.
And then just in the hood, and their family ran a private school, but the mother and father feel like I need to continue with my education, so they try to figure out how I can get a sponsorship.
So they took the burden.
Yeah, they took the burden.
Just friends.
Yes, of course. Wow. So there's the Jomo Kenyatta Foundation. I think they always give scholarships. So one time they advertise for needy students. So the father of this friend of mine comes back with a newspaper and says that we need to figure out how we can apply for this. So
your struggles were known. The financial struggles.
Yeah, of course.
Unfortunately, you cannot hide. You can't hide these things.
You can't hide these things.
So you're still getting your training on money.
Yes.
Yeah.
So he comes work with that thing, and then we figure out how we can apply for it.
Yeah.
Just when the opening dates are about to be announced, I get a call that I'm on. I don't know. I actually don't get a call until later. So what they do, they know another institution. So we think that is not going to materialize. So they know another institution where this school sponsors bright students.
Yeah.
So I joined that school.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I joined that school, I think I'm there for like 3 weeks, and then Jomo Kenyatta Foundation calls, and they say that my situation has been resolved. In fact, the school that I'm supposed to go to is St. Teresa's Boys in Isili, and that is the school that I was called to, and a check now has to be taken to school.
Yeah.
So I need to switch schools again.
Yeah.
From this private school now that I
which was?
It was Kinyago, Dandora.
Dandora. Yeah. From a private school.
Yeah, private school now, but it's a school that is designed to help needy students.
I see.
Yeah. So I have to now leave real quick now to go to the school the school of my choice when I was choosing schools, and now my schooling is being taken care of through the Jomo Kenyatta Foundation for the next 4 years.
Yeah.
Yes. But I still live with my uncle.
So wow. So 4 years education done.
Yeah, 4 years education
from Form 1.
Yeah, from Form 1.
From Form 1.
Yeah, from Form 1. Yeah.
Okay.
So all we need to do is make sure that now I can get transport because it's on a boarding school. It's a day school.
Yeah.
I can get transport from home to Isili every day.
Every day.
Yeah.
So who is providing the transport? Your uncle?
My uncle.
Your uncle.
Yeah.
Every day.
Of course, I remember the first stint was an amazing one, where there was a bike.
Yeah.
I had to cycle.
Yeah.
From Dandora.
Yeah.
To Isili.
That's a long distance.
It's a long distance.
It's a long distance.
Yeah. So
but you no excuses.
No excuses. I got into an accident one time, and then I think we had to now. We have to figure out how I could not be a danger.
I mean, it's a long time.
Yeah. So,
okay.
And then now we have to now start going. I have to get now transport. Mostly I walk to school, and then sometimes I walk to school.
Yeah.
To and from.
From Dandora to Isili.
It's actually not a very long distance.
Yeah.
Until.
Yeah.
Or actually, it's not a long distance when you have to.
I have just had an explosive conversation with Coach Dexter. A story that is extremely thought-provoking and inspiring. And I feel energized, I feel challenged, and I feel inspired to go forth and do what we do here at Double Capital for as many people as possible. This story is not just for the people who made it in life, it's for the people who are asking questions. How can I break through? Just subscribe. Make sure you put that alarm on so that when the next video and the next episodes are coming, you'll be the first to know. Take care. See you on the next video, and God bless.